rooms, listen to us, and then sell it as an ebook. They used to sell it as an ebook. They would write down everything that we said and sell it on an ebook because we were like doing a class or a workshop or something like that. So I guess I just feel like maybe this is a good reminder that nothing that we're doing here is private. Make sure whatever you say, you feel comfortable if it was broadcast, in front of your mom and the Pope. And then thirdly, it's just an illusion. This is not a thing that you can secure. So I guess I just want us to take it as a good reminder, not so much as like something to be horrified about, but more to be, I'm actually glad because it's like, okay, wow, what are we saying? What is happening? And I feel proud of the conversations that we have. I feel proud of the discussions and how we try to educate each other and help. And I just kind of want everyone to take a breath and not give this much oxygen to somebody who is just trying to create harm. This disruption is kind of what makes these people happy, and let's not make them happy. Let's just have our conversations and do it.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Look, I have to think about this, talk to some more of you. I know Max is down at the bottom, and she's been keeping tabs of this for months, and she sends me notes whenever it happens. So shout out to Max, because I know I appreciate your thoughts. I know you've been putting some things in the chat room about who this person is and what they're doing. Oh, what a pain in the ass. Anyway, we'll figure it out. I may try a private room for a little while. I'm just concerned that it's going to, keep some of the people that are in, that normally would come to our room. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. All right, let's get back into it and try to ignore it. Let's go to L. Well, I want to get to Perusian. Let's go to L first, and then Perusian, and then we'll get to Susie and the rest of everybody. We still have a half an hour left. Perusian, I wanted to hear from you in that, we haven't talked to you since the bombing. Yeah, I guess it was yesterday. It feels like it was like a year ago. Anyway, Perusian, did you want to, sort of give us your thoughts and any, what's going on?
I thought, hello, my dear Ben. I thought Elle is going to speak first, maybe.
Okay, well, that is true. that's how my mind is so flustered. All right, let me go to Elle and then Perusian. Go ahead, Elle.
Okay, hi, Perusian. Excuse me. Well, first of all, happy clubversary to Sue Brown. We're happy to see you here every day. So, yeah, we're glad you're here. So that's one. I don't have a lot to say today. I'm still really absorbed with this bombing situation. I'm very sick about it, unhappy about it. Have lots of feelings and ideas and thoughts about it. I am not all of one mind about it either. It's been kind of confusing for me to sort it out. So I'm doing a lot of listening on that right now. I was looking to see if Scotty was here because I was thinking about the New York mayoral race being tomorrow. Excuse me. Oh, my goodness. Because I had noticed that there had been some major changes in that race over the last couple of days with Clinton having come out and support Cuomo. Having pushed quite a ways ahead. And also some really ugly stuff being one at, I can't remember the name of the guy who's his main competitor.
Right, the Indian guy, yeah.
What's his name?
You know what? I have the same issue.
It's so
I know it starts with M.
Mandani. Are we going over the New York race again? Yeah.
I wasn't here in the beginning. I was just bringing it up because I was saying.
Well, I imagine Scotty is going to have a room. I'm going to send him a note. I hope he does. And as you know, I all of a sudden now personal interest in it since I will be a New Yorker pretty soon. So that'll be interesting. And you know what? It's a little diversion from the Trump madness. We've got our own local madness. So maybe, Andrea, when you give closing comments, maybe you can give a whole update on New York. Why don't you do that?
That we're going to have the elections tomorrow. Mandami has, for the first time, taken the lead over Cuomo in the primary, and that people are saying that they're seeing more people turn out in primary than they remember. Young people across the board seem to be fired up about Mandami, and both Mandami and Cuomo, who are the front leaders, front runners, have plans to run on different tickets if they don't make it through the primary. So the show isn't over, despite whatever outcome there is.
Yeah.
But I'm sure it will go to multiple rounds. Some are saying Brad Lander, who is positioning himself as a practical progressive, who is the current comptroller of New York City, who's running, the gentleman who got arrested, accompanying someone leaving an ICE hearing, Edgardo, whose last name I don't have, is said to be a high choice for a number 2 ranking, and that he might be able to do very well. So it's going to be interesting to see, but it surely reflects a microcosm of what's going on in the Democratic Party, in sort of the divide between the up and coming, Gen Z and younger millennials, and the rank and file old timers going up through the ranks. Tolerance for scandal and concern over Cuomo's record and treatment and harassment of women, even though he's been pushing back against that. Some people thinking he's the stronger candidate to fight against Trump with experience in doing that, and much more management experience to run the city. Concerns over Mandami have to do with, maybe lack of management experience, though some people see him as a rising star. Perhaps, some are saying maybe he should go to Congress first, but lo and behold, he's pulling ahead of Cuomo right now in the primary. So I really can't wait to see what happens tomorrow. I'm definitely guessing it will go multiple rounds in ranked choice voting before we'll get I think in the last one it went 7 rounds of tallying to see who the candidate was. I'm thinking it's going to be similar, a few rounds anyway.
It's not going to be over. All right, thanks, Andrea. I sort of wanted to do that.
And we're going to do a room too. So
we'll do a room. We'll talk about it. But I want to have it. Let's take a long breath, because I want to get back to the bombing in Iran, and because it's sort of like my head's being rattled around from one to the other. The New York thing is cool, but it's such a different conversation. So let's get back to the other one, and then hopefully we'll have a room about New York, and we can get into the nuts and bolts of that. Anyway, let's get back to.
Any further? I just finish up.
Yeah, go ahead, Al.
Yeah, I had asked Empress in the. Oh no,